Hello, students. Once again, John Colter's class, Campfire Talks. We have a map today of the battles between the British and the French. The green stars and the red stars. The green will stand for the French victories, and the red will stand for the British victories. Here we have a map of French claims, and that will be shown in orange. And it is difficult to see the British, which are in red, and the Spanish are in yellow. And here we have a comparison from before the war and after the war. European claims and possessions, 1754 to 1763. You can see that prior to 1754, there was a predominant French Louisiana, New France. There's some Hudson Bay influence up here in the north. The 13 colonies were English, French, and then yellow Spanish. Following the war, you're hard-pressed to see any orange, possibly some down here in Haiti. So this is after 1763. Getting back to the battle chart, what happened during the war, I did want to make a clarification. British alliance with Iroquois and Delaware, French alliance with Huron and Ottawa. The British also had Mohican. Quebec is the final battle, but it wasn't the first. There are battles here where the French win. This is Fort Duquesne, Fort Necessity, near the Alleghenies. Here's Lake Erie. The British win at Fort Niagara. You've heard of Niagara Falls. Fort Oswego is a French victory. Fort William Henry is a fort that was attacked and predominantly mentioned in the movie Last of the Mohicans, and the French win there. Fort Ticonderoga changed hands many times. Most recently here in this war, the British take it. And in the next war that America's involved in, the American Revolution, the Americans win Fort Ticonderoga. That name may seem familiar. It's written on some of your pencils. Lots of forest products up here. This over here, after the war, the area of Quebec still speaks a lot of French and English. This is the final battle, 1759, the Battle of Quebec. And you can see the St. Lawrence River I referred to yesterday goes down here to Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. And the French and the English were interested in a Northwest Passage. They thought this might have been it. There is no Northwest Passage. Simon Fraser over on the West Coast was looking for one. But that's another story about exploration. So let's go back in summary. Many battles. There's the many battles near the lakes where people like to live and fish. And this is the most important map. There's a similar one in textbooks. Before French Indian War, 1754. And then after the war, very few French government claims. Now, yes, there are still thousands of French people still there, but the influence of the French government is far diminished. And then eventually, later we'll see that the Louisiana Purchase comes back from the Spanish, goes back to France, and the United States buys the Louisiana Purchase. And then Lewis and Clark go out here, and John Colter went with Lewis and Clark in 1805, 1806. And John Colter also went to the Yellowstone area, the Wind River, and up the Missouri and so forth. But that's about mountain men. And that'll be a story for another day. Thank you for listening today.